What up, noobs? It's your boy Notonic. I'm here to talk about one of the best features of the PS5, which is the share factory, the PS5 version. I mean, thanks to the power of the SSD on the PS5, you could pretty much edit video, slice up video as fast as you could possibly imagine. Um, I think of the Tier Factory as the mid-range editing tool built in right into the PS5. Like you will have the iMovie video editing tool built into your Mac computer. That's what the Share Factory is. It's a very powerful tool that lets you edit and export 4K videos with 60 frames straight out of the PS5. It's ridiculous. And the SSD actually lets you do that because it's so fast. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through how I edit my videos, some of my videos on the Share Factory. I don't do all my videos on the Share Factory. I do some of the quick videos on the Share Factory. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play a sample of a video that I did so you could get an idea of how the video plays and what I did in the background to make the video play the way it did. So just watch.
Would this help?
I dropped it?
When you were chasing the animal.
What's wrong with me? If I lost it, then...
You did lose it.
I'm gonna stop it right there. So I just wanted to give you an idea of the transitions and how the video works on the Share Factory. This is an amazing tool. Most of the tools you're gonna be using, you hit the square button and it brings up this pretty much your workstation, and it has pretty much anything you could think of a video editing tool has. It has. You do your playback, your time bender, that means making your video fast or slow motion. Your sticker tool, which lets you add stickers. You know, little silly stuff like that. Actually, let me go back into that sticker tool. There's actually more stuff you could do in the sticker tool besides from adding. You actually could add sound effect as well.
A few
Like,
moments.
You know. Then you have other stuff.
Fight me! This is
So there's a lot of stuff you could do with that. You could add title screen, you could add text to your video, and etc. And then obviously what you saw at the beginning of the video was the anime package transition. Each separate custom transition, you don't have to use them, but they're there for free. I like the anime package because it has a cool intro and a cool outro. So because it's actually a longer version of this, I cut it short. I made my own edit. There's another part to this. I thought that was unnecessary. I felt like this would work better with my video. I cut it short, I added my own transition, which goes right into the Santa Monica logo. Then it plays the Santa Monica logo theme a little bit, then it goes right into the God of War. I thought it had a better effect on the video than actually having the regular transition that they had for that package. But that's the basic control. Now, if you hit your S button, there's more tools you could do. Let's say you forgot to add a clips. You could add another clip, you could add a screenshot, you could add a track, which means you could actually record your own voiceover through the mic. You could add music. We're going to talk about that later. More stickers, add effect, filter, layers, and transitions. And transition is what you see here, this black dot, when the video fades into another video. Now, if I hit the square button, I actually could edit the transition. So, let's take a look at the transition. Because I'm using the anime package, it comes with all the anime crazy extra explosion transition. I don't use none of that. I'm more of a simple video guy. I use a cinematic. I use a dissolve. That nice fade in, fade out transition. So depending on what kind of video you're making, you know, you could pick whatever you want. You know, whatever you're into. Even the comic book slash and all that good stuff. Depending on what you're working on, you pick the transition that works for you. Another thing I want to touch on is the clips. The best tool that I find that I use the most is the slice tool. On PS5, you're recording clips that are longer than 30 minutes to an hour. Sometimes you might only need 5 minutes of that clips. The slice tool allows you to jump in. Once I select the slice tool, I could quickly hit slice, and I could easily get rid of videos by, quickly. I could edit my videos faster and get in there and get out. Because they say the video is too long, I just need a minute of the video. I could just slice in and then get rid of the rest of the video that I don't need. I could just delete that part. Now I have the little part that I need. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, there's another tool. Let me get out of here. If I hit the square button, the trim tool, this allows you to trim the video down live. So if I drag the right analog to the left and the right analog to the left, you get a real live start and end. So you could get a preview of when the video starts, when the video ends. You could get a real live idea where your video will start and where it will end. This is another cool tool to get an idea of how to slice up your video that way. And it gives you a real life count on the bottom right, how long are you making the video and how short are you making the video by slicing the video up. So this is another tool that you could use to slice up your video. Let's talk about music. Now, I have music already playing. Now, let me get rid of that music. Go back. So now if you hit the X button, you actually could add track or whatever, but I'm focused on the add music. Now, the PS5 share factor has a large library of music. And then from the thumbnail, you can get an idea of what kind of music you're getting. Like the Earth, you could get like a nice warm sound. Evolution, jazz, you could get like a nice jazzy music to add to your video. The thumbnail kind of give you an idea of what kind of video you're gonna get. Crime, that like suspense theme, hip hop, that bumping bass music. So depending on what you're working on, they have a large library, and I think they're still adding, positive mix, got that techno vibe mix right here. Obviously, that doesn't work for this video, but you get an idea. And once you add your music, you actually could. One thing I always do with my music is, let's see, I always go in there and uncheck prioritize volume, because once you add the music, you always overpower the actual video clip that you have in the video. So I always uncheck this, because then it lets the music and the video sound play at the same time. Unless you don't want the video sound to play, then you can keep that checked. But the video that I'm working on, I want some of the sound from the clip and some of the sound of the video to coexist at the same time and play cinematically. So I usually do something like this: lower the volume of the song, and then you could hear the actual clip sound and the music at the same time. So that's another tip right there if you want to use that when you're doing your video editing on the Share Factory. So that's pretty much it. All the tools are very self-explanatory. It's not really that hard to use. Once you start messing with it, and the more you use it, the quicker you realize this is one of the best editing tools on gaming platform ever. I don't even think Xbox has something close to this. Like, it's a way to easily, edit your videos and slice the videos and make a quick share clip for your friends or whatever. And the good thing about it is with the touchpad, you could easily go to the beginning of the video by swiping, go to the end of the video by swiping. It makes it very easy. And this is that ending transition that comes with the anime package editing. That's what I like about that. And the good thing about this is exporting your video. You could easily export your video to 4K. Now, if I hit the option button, you get this page where you could save the project, export the project to gallery, export the setting, generate a thumbnail, so it's easy to create a thumbnail for your video, get help if you're having trouble on how to use some of the tools. There's a quick tool, there's a guide that shows you how to use each tool. But let's talk about export setting. All the videos that I do, I export at the highest quality. I know it's a larger file, but this is Sony is using the WEBM format. This lets you export your video as 4K, but in a lower size as possible. So you get the best quality at the lowest, at the somewhat lower file size. So, but the problem with this is a lot of video editing tool outside the PlayStation doesn't actually use this. So if you're trying to export the video and use it in another video editing tool on your laptop, you might run into some issue with formatting. So if you're gonna do that, I just suggest you just use the MP4 format, which every system recognizes. A lot of systems don't recognize WBM, but if you could just export it on your PS4 and then you could upload it directly to the your YouTube channel strictly from the PlayStation, then you don't have to worry, because then you upload that 4K because YouTube actually recognizes format. But if any other device, I wouldn't know. Like any other website, I wouldn't know. For a fact, YouTube works with this. So that's how I do my videos. I make sure that I have this checked off before I actually export the video. So when you're done doing all your editing, you can just hit the option button, hit export to gallery, and it will start ripping the video in real time. And this is where the SSD comes in handy. This is a 4K video being ripped as quick as you can imagine. And it probably roughly take like a good 4 to 5 minutes to rip a whole 4K video. Depending on how long the video is, it might vary. But I'm gonna cancel this because I already ripped the video of this already. But I hope this really gives you guys an idea of pretty much how this works, And if you're looking to edit videos on the PS5, it's quite straightforward, quite simple. And I hope people use this tool more. It's actually good. And Sony have been updating a lot of the tools in this. They've been adding music. They've been adding themes. They've been adding transitions and all that good stuff. They've been adding extra new soundboard on the Share Factory. So I am loving it. I think it's one of the best editing tools on a gaming platform. So if you don't have a rig where you could do a high-end editing, this is your best bet. And I hope this video helped you. If you did, break the like button, and I will talk to you later.